Welcome to Verified, where we inspect current events, the problems of this society, and explore the solution. Unburdened by corporate control and mainstream persuasion, our only concern is the spreading of truth and the total liberation of our people. This episode, we're going to look into the Supreme Court decision to block an expansive COVID mandate from the Biden administration. Let's get into it. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court ruled that the Biden administration exceeded their authority when they sought to impose vaccine mandates on large employers in the private sector. This mandate was issued through OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Back in November 2021, OSHA announced this emergency rule for private businesses that would require employees to be vaccinated or subject to regular testing for COVID-19. The rule would have affected roughly 84 million Americans. It would not be until January 13th, 2022 that the Supreme Court would intercede and render their decision. OSHA announced they would officially withdraw this emergency rule as of Wednesday, January 26th. Following this court decision, news swept across social media and the internet as it signaled the first victory over the increasingly tyrannical Biden administration. Unfortunately, the court has allowed President Biden to enforce vaccines on healthcare workers. This will affect over 10.4 million Americans in the healthcare industry. We're certainly not pleased with this decision, as there are many of our people who work in healthcare whose livelihoods and whose very lives are at stake. Although losing the security of a job is never easy, it's better for us to lose a job than to lose our lives. We would advise all of you to follow the instructions of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and stay away from their experimental COVID vaccines. Now let's talk about the Supreme Court. In the wake of Justice Stephen Breyer's departure, news has spread of President Biden's preparations to nominate a new justice. President Biden has reiterated the person he will nominate will be the first Black woman ever nominated to the United States Supreme Court. In fact, this was a pledge he made during his 2020 campaign. Well, on Thursday, January 27th, he made an official declaration once again from the White House. Following his statement, several Black women were highlighted as likely choices of the president. Among them, California Supreme Court Judge Leandra Kruger, attorney Ketanji Jackson, and Judge J. Michelle Childs have been identified as speculative choices. President Biden said he will announce his pick by the end of February. Now, that's cute, but let's talk about it. They say the priority of the Biden administration is to strengthen diversity within the judicial branch. However, we know what this is: optics. This could very well be yet another symbol with no substance. Serving us symbols with no substance is what President Biden and American politicians do best. We really should be sick of it by now, because we've certainly been made sick from it. While it is nice to see a Black woman ascend to such a height, it may be just that, nice, a nice gesture. We hope that his selection will be of the highest dignity, intelligence, consciousness, filled with love for her people, but one can only hope for so much because, after all, it is his selection, for whatever his purpose may be. On a positive note, here's how we can look at this. We know that we have qualified people that can fulfill every role of government necessary for us to run a government of our own. Why should we continue to serve theirs? We should do what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad advised us to do and come out of their systems and build our own. If we take the time to reflect, we'd quickly discover it is the will of God. God has never wanted an oppressed people tied to their oppressors forever, especially when that oppressor has never had a genuine change of heart. Our reality is no different from the condition of the prophetic children of Israel. As it was written of us in the Bible and Holy Quran, after serving 400 years under a harsh taskmaster, Pharaoh and his people, some of the children of Israel wanted to stay. However, it would take the coming of God to break up that sick relationship. Separation is the only solution. Separation is God's will. We'll keep our eyes on the story as it develops, and we'll talk more about God's plan for us and America on future broadcasts. Until next time, I'm Nail Ali, and this is Verified.